Welcome everybody and welcome to All in All United. You know, under some real serious circumstances, the talk of the tongue right now is COVID-19. And while all the memes, spreading far and wide is a very, very serious matter, Nico, and it's something that
Yeah,
even, we can't take for granted. And it's serious when it shut down sports and all the dealings worldwide, Nico.
yeah.
It's
Um,
go ahead.
yeah, again, I apologize for the late start. We really had some technical difficulties. We really wanted to be prompt at 9 p.m. However, we finally got through and we're here. So, all those who held on to view the program this evening, yeah, we appreciate that. Yeah, as you said, Reeves, the COVID 19, you know what I mean? Really mash up the dance, but you know what I mean? We was in a kind of form, where we was feeling invincible. 11 games unbeaten, and we was feeling like we started to build some momentum now, and
Yeah, boy.
unfortunately, COVID stepped in and, as I said, mash up the dance, you know what I mean, and have us in a situation where we realized how important football was to life now. In general,
Yeah, boy.
because
Yeah, boy.
without it really have a gap, that I mean that you're fighting to find things to fill now. But I think the COVID-19 really have an impact and a serious thing as you said, devastating the world all over. And we just hope that it really do reach our shores to the at least any way in communities wise then. Really do affect or sort of impact the communities because that is where we really feel it. And I don't think we could really manage that if that escalated to that point now.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at how it's impacting Italy, and we were talking before the recording, the kind of devastation we see happen in China and even New York. It's
Yeah,
important, even though we have certain passions. Not only football. It's have people who like different things. The social life, the socialites now. But
yeah.
we had to understand preventative measures. Very, very critical. Because trying to deal with it when you're behind time and behind schedule in terms of how this thing just travel, you'll find yourself in a real monkey pants, as they say it now, boy. You know,
Yeah.
um,
I think even the states now kind of paying for their lethargy in action in some of the necessaries. Italy definitely, we know that they have one of the best healthcare system in the world. They thought that they would not have been impacted. However, they are being ravaged by COVID
boy.
19 right now. So I think we definitely can't take it for granted.
Yeah. So guys, we urging you all, as far as this video will reach, as far as all United will reach, to continue to pay attention to, whatever has been circularized by the Ministry of Health, by the government, because I mean, we believe that they seeking the best interest of the public. So when they say stay indoors, let's try to respect, the instructions because it's for our safety, it's for our health. Because the more people contract it, is the more vulnerable the country
The
becomes.
population,
The
yeah, for
population in
sure.
Trinidad and Tobago becomes, and we really don't want to be hit and ravaged, as they were saying, like Italy and Wuhan in China. So we already have how much 50 cases by the 22nd of March.
Right.
So we don't want to every morning I get up, Nick. I don't want to be seeing 51,
Yeah,
52,
yeah, yeah.
60,
True.
65.
Yeah.
So I'm saying? So guys, as much as we can appeal, because we see even footballers and all coming on social media and appealing to the
Yeah.
public, to just obey the law, stay
Yeah.
inside.
You see Dybala, Maldini and his son. You see Fellini, also, and
Arteta,
Rugani from, yeah, Arteta, so it that is not a respect of even the fittest now, but at least they should be able to battle it through. However, it have the ones that definitely, will be impacted very severely.
yeah. So So yeah, so that's our thoughts on it, but more on a football sense, Nico. Alright, so we
Yeah.
understand now that because of the widespread devastation or the potential in certain aspects of this corona, the world, so to speak, had to stop, had to pause, and it kind of directly, seriously affect we passion now, boy.
Hmm.
I tell you, I'm feeling uneasy. I don't know what to do with my time, Nico, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I watch me the amount of games I watch over also. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
So
it's
now
like,
I just started watch over and it'll be so hard sometimes. Sometimes watch it, it'll be going good, but you just get distracted easily now. You
yeah,
know?
because it don't happen already. It's not nothing new
Yeah.
there now, boy, and it's
Mm.
a newness we want all the time, you
Yeah.
know. So, but let me talk about something that real serious, right? Because it's a topic that still going around the place, it making its rounds as to what should happen to domestic football in light of what's happening now. I know the banter there where people saying void the season so that Liverpool ain't go win. Where's your opinion and views on how the footballing bodies, whether it be the FA, the Italian Football Association, domestic football on a whole,
Uh,
given the circumstances, we football paused until I think the 30th of April. So watching the time
oh,
after how everything is working now, boy. How this supposed
and
to
and
work out, boy?
and no, and this is into theater April, but from some other talk saying from June the Premier League might start back. But honestly, I just wish the whole of 2020 could have just be cancelled. I think because what I'm saying, football without fans is what now? You know, foot. Because if we think about the even the game we played against LASK in the Europa League in an empty stadium more or less, it it don't have that excitement to the game as it's really an injustice not to have fans in a football game. And I know they're talking about when the football resume, it wouldn't most likely we play without fans. And to me it come like what's the purpose now? The good thing is that maybe we'll see it over the telly, you know what I mean? But however, to me, it's an injustice to really play football without fans, or without that fan being there, to drive on your team to be that 11, that 12 man as we normally say. Um, I think it's really an injustice to play football without the fans now. But we know, like let me say, in Manchester, there's over 60,000 fans in a stadium. Imagine if Corona is to get wild in Old Trafford, the kind of devastation happen throughout England. And that's just Old Trafford. Imagine for the other stadiums, the Spurs Stadium, we know have a large stadium. I mean, most of the stadiums in the
Emirates,
Premier League and even
yeah.
even through the leagues, from Championship go down, the amount of fans be attending football, it will be devastating if the corona is really run a rampage throughout the leagues now. But however, I find the to me it should finish. However, and even if let me say even if the football start back for it to finish, let me say by the end of June, it will be a total strain on the players. I think in terms of muscular injuries would definitely be something would come into play because look at the rest now, you know what I mean? And high intensity football, let's just stop and start back with that high intensity football and you'll be cramming the games just to finish. I think that would be an injustice also to the players. So I think we're in a real precarious position now. Whatever the authorities do, you know what I mean? Personally, I hope it will be for the best. And I know it will be a difficult decision, but as I said, and I'll continue to say, football without fans is like it's like Trinidad Pro League now. You know? Yeah, like it just don't make sense.
But here what I'm telling you,
Mm.
right? No,
Yeah.
you make a very, very good point in terms of, not the fans not being present in the stadium and them kind of thing, right? But at the end of the day, how I see it is at least it there for people to view, it there for people to
Well,
talk about.
mm.
It still have something for people to look forward to. you
Right,
know,
right,
and that is the point of view where I'm looking at it from. You know, the fact that it's
right.
still happening, it will still cause us to, because without it now, we
Mm-hmm.
forced to 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 to, to nothing. We have nothing at all.
Right.
You know, I also think that the amount of financial commitments involved will make it a huge loss financially, a huge financial hit. Sorry, for a
Yeah,
lot of
of
clubs,
course.
a lot of organizations. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if it weren't to continue.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think it's a lot of different factors rather than just playing in front of an empty stadium. But
Mm-hmm.
I fully agree. But I still think the flip side is that at least it's still happening where people could look at it and still, you know, enjoy the sport being played. Now,
Yeah, I could agree with that.
in
I could agree with that 100%. Yeah.
yeah, now the thing that you talk about that really telling is the accumulation of games in such a
Right.
short space of time could really take a toll on players and their injuries, and it will now force teams and managers into utilizing the squad and having to now pick competitions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whereby you might be able to say, well, hey, we could focus on a treble or a double.
Mm.
We gotta say, well, hey, here we're going on. Which one is more important here? Because with how these games come in thick and fast to complete these fixtures in such a
Yeah,
short
yeah,
space of time, we gotta say, here we're going on. Forget Europe, forget FA Cup, forget
yeah.
league, because we done out of the league already, and then focus on one league and then let the rest of your squad, kind of get the other fixtures out of the way to play it like that. You
Yeah,
know,
because if you think about us, we are the FA Cup, we are the Europa League, we are the Premier League, right? So that lot of games to cram within that short space of time now.
true, true. And the thing about it is as it stands right now, we very much in all now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like it could be difficult for us to have to choose. But I mean, I think that's a decision that will have to be made considering the circumstances.
Yeah.
You know,
I think even with all the fans sometimes the passion, I mean we hoping that they will be professional and really give that all because sometimes the fans really still you want to give that extra, eh? you know but as you saying and rightfully so, just giving somebody because at the end of the day we in Trinidad here we don't be in the stadium, right? However we can still sit back and enjoy our game, in terms of that, I mean I could definitely see that happening, but it will still have something, a element of the game being taken away,
yeah, 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 definitely. Because I mean, I really hope that we're able to resume, April 30th. But the way how things looking, they say we're being extremely optimistic,
right?
in thinking that we'll be able to start back,
Mm.
April. So I mean, the way how things looking, it's not looking good. Chances are, the voiding of the season may be a talk in terms of reconsideration if things don't get better. But I guess studying that, Nico, if we were to avoid the season, yes, the positive for me is that Liverpool angle lift up the title, but we had such a good season. Some players performed so well.
Mm-hmm.
All those statistics gonna get wiped off the records and everything.
Well. What I was saying in terms of wherever, if we cannot play any more games, wherever the standings is now, let's stand. You know what I mean? Wherever the standings is now, let's stand. Wherever records it have now, let's stand.
But you
You
see,
know.
here's the unfair thing with that, right?
Mm,
Because let me forget the top of the table, right? Let me look at the relegation
right.
zone.
Uh-huh.
Aston Villa have one game in hand. They could argue if they get a one game in hand, they could make it out of the relegation. So you see, you're talking about millions, say that they could cost teams because if we leave it as is,
Yeah.
then
Mm-hmm.
teams who, when you consider how much more games and the points difference, they could argue and say, well, hey, I get relegated unfairly. And that's a
Yeah.
loss to my economy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because of this COVID, really, people that take a hit, let me just think about it, right? It has some people now that their business, they have to close the business, people have to be sent home, right? Most of them without a salary coming into the bank. Is that fair? No, it is not. But something has to be done. A decision has to be made, right? And if they make a decision, let me say teams who have games in hand, maybe we find a way to level that off, right? So how many games we have now? About 29,
29. So 9 more games.
29. Right. So whoever do have 29, come up to that. And whatever happened there, right? If that bite the bullet, that bite the bullet because it's all over the world having to bite a bullet for something. It has no equity here. The only equity is however it stand, let it be. You know? And that's how I can see it now. Because it has some serious repercussions because of this and because of what going on. And plenty people had a feel libertarian that they stick. As
Boy,
sad as it is.
you're saying that, boy, but I don't know, boy. I don't know, boy. This thing looking real because you see, boy, you know, because watch me between 19th to 15th. Yeah. It's a matter of like 3 points in a horse. 3 points in a. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, one of the I was listening to Sky Sports and what one of them was saying is that leave everybody in, bring up 2 teams from the championship or something, and like be 22 teams in the league, and then relegate 5 teams next season.
Right, but I'm more games of teams too.
Yeah,
I'm more like fatigue, like but that dread too, boy.
And then what I was saying too, well, that same point we making, they say that now go cause more games, and then there's a next Euros year. So there's more games, plus them fellas and them want to go and play Euros. Them fellas is no robot.
That was saying that crazy, boy, that criminal. I saying however it is, play it out, let all the teams are the same amount of games. Right? And whoever happen after that, who are to go down, who are to go down. Who are to come up, let them come up. You understand? The end.
Well,
yeah, by the bullet.
Boy, we go say them go work out.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, right, with the form we were in before the league shut down, that have a high possibility that we could have overtaken Chelsea. Right? But if the league is come now and say here what the league done and Chelsea end up in 4th and win 5th. You know what I mean? We gotta take that. You know what I mean? We gotta take that. What we gonna do? You know, unfortunately it may be, we gotta take that. And play Europa League football next season again. What we gonna do?
Hey boy, that could impact that's a real hard hit day. A real hard hit day, boy.
Is everybody
will take the hits.
Only Liverpool might really get through, you know what I mean? What otherwise?
Yeah, because them was looking at from a quadruple turn, nothing. Well, the Premiership, you know. All right, well, guys, you know, feel free to share your opinions on whether you think the league, you know, as it stands right now, should it be voided or, you know, played behind closed doors. I mean, we already stated our opinions on it before. Feel free to share yours. Anything you want to say before we move on, Nico?
No, I guess the only other point is but then that would definitely be unfair. If you was to really void the season, I just say I find that too rough. That
rough, boy, because watch me all the stats from the season getting wiped off, you know. Everything, you know.
Yeah, that.
Nah.
Yeah, I see that one. I say let me how much of against this now, let me just finish it off and call that judge.
Yeah, play behind closed doors, you know, some of them fellas and them, you know, the guys who get hit with the viruses recover, get your team back in and you know, let them fellas get back on the field and start to play football behind closed doors, protect them, you know, because I mean think about it. I remember when I don't know if Tottenham, I can't remember what team they had to play a quarter-final game and them fellas went and eat something and half of them was sick.
Yeah.
And the FA say, hey, all that play now.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, you know, so if certain teams get hit, you know, I mean, it reached the point where now the games are to go on, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's probably the best option.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, watching the time, Nico, I don't know if you think we should go into this so we could leave it for our next review. We could do player ratings, you know, we go through the players and we get them a mid-season rating based on the performances so far.
No, I feel you could do that. next season and really get in depth into some of the performances. I think if we had to get in depth into why we give a score, I think that would take a while. So maybe that could
Yeah.
be a topic by itself.
Yeah, so we could probably do that probably someday during the course of this week,
Yeah,
and we give our ratings, our mid-season, well, I call it Corona break player
yeah,
ratings. So from the start of the season till the last game we play against LASK, we
yeah,
could comment on how these guys performed out of 10, best
yeah.
rating, so we could
Yeah, and
always come back to that.
I must comment on that. The Igalo goal, the opening goal against LASK, quality boy.
Quality goal, quality goal.
That man touch like goal boy. Me and Line Igalo have a touch it.
Yeah, you have a real decent touch. You
Damn,
have a real
that
decent
man have
touch.
a real touch boy. That
You,
ball sticking on that man foot boy.
you remember
Woo!
that takedown against Man City?
City, yes boy.
Man kill that
The
ball
man have
dead in
a.
it.
I tell you, the man have a real touch boy. Nah,
I have a
big
comment
thumbs up
here.
to Ali and them for
I have a
for
comment
going
here
against
coming
Igalo
from
boy.
I have a comment here coming from Rhythm Rider Mackenzie Joseph. You think you all could go through some of the greatest Man United games of all time? A nice review. Yeah, man, we will consider it, man. Thanks for the suggestion. And
Yeah,
Arvin, it's not just players, a lot of people involved in the logistics of making matches happen. Yeah, it's gonna affect a lot of
yeah,
people. A
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
people. So that's why I thinking let the games continue. Yes, thanks for the comments, guys. Um, so tune in to our next review. We'll try to get a review in during the course of this week where we'll do a mid-season player rating. We'll go through all the different players in the Man United squad, and we'll rate them based on the performances thus far. But for
Yeah.
today's review, we really wanted to zero in on this real thing that we're facing right now is a real thing earlier. If we making memes and we coasting on it and we making videos like we do from the comfort of we home and the safety of we home, this thing real dread and we don't want it to affect Trinidad and Tobago as it affected
Yeah.
Italy, New York and Wuhan. Yeah, so any closing remarks, Nico?
No, I guess just try to stay as safe as possible. Protect yourself, protect your family, because they know anybody else is contract it and they come home with it. That could be the entire family, and it could be really something serious, especially if you are elderly family at our homes. I think we had to really be responsible in how we act, things that we do, the places that we go, and just try to keep ourselves safe as possible.
I'm trying to understand what it is Arvin saying here. I don't know if you might be familiar with this here.
Yeah. Nah.
Arvin, yeah,
Yes, like your home boy, like your home.
yeah.
Mm.
But Schmidt, all are we, boys? All are we? All are we? All are we? You
Uh,
know. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you all sometime during this week. We'll post it and let you all know exactly when we're going live to
right.
do our mid-season player rating. All right. So have a good night, everybody. Peace and be safe.
Good night.